Hello, my name is Sanika Wilson. I'm your host for Your Community's Voice and the It's Time You Knew It initiative and partner of One Nation's Diversity. We bring important time-sensitive issues and information to the table to provide awareness and resources. October is Global Diversity Awareness Month. It's a time to demonstrate our commitment to diversity and inclusion. From October 1st to October 7th, One Nation's Diversity will broadcast a segment featuring Habitat for Humanity and the Women Build Internationally program. Today we have two guests with us from Habitat Humanity Merrimack Valley, and they will introduce themselves. Sir, you are?
Hello, I'm Bob Rutger. I'm the Director of Development for Merrimack Valley Habitat for Humanity, and very pleased to be here tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Roxana. I'm the Family Service Manager. I'm here to provide some information for you.
Thank you. Please explain to us what Habitat for Humanity is and how it came about and what resources the program provides.
Well, Habitat is a well-known organization globally. In the United States, we have roughly 1,400 chapters. In Massachusetts, I believe it's around 17.
Wow.
Each one of the chapters or affiliates is independent, which means we do our own fundraising, our own work with volunteers, our own home building through volunteers. It is a relationship, though, that we have with Habitat for Humanity International as sort of a parent of the and founding organization, which was founded back around 1976.
Wow.
As our own affiliate has been in operation since 1985, which incidentally is when the UN initiated its World Habitat Day, so it's an interesting coincidence. So the Merrimack Valley Habitat for Humanity works with families in need, low-income families, many of whom would be unable to purchase their own home would it not be for the resources of Merrimack Valley Habitat. In a community like Lawrence, for example, a very high percentage of families who are renters are paying upwards of 45 to 50% of their income on housing, which leaves them very little for anything else. And the nice thing about being a Habitat homeowner is that the homes are affordable. You're able to own your own home, have a mortgage, have insurance, pay your taxes for I don't want to say a fraction, but a far less amount than you would if you were renting. And this leaves families with greater disposable income, which they can then use for their health care, for their children's education, to spend in the community. And it's a win-win situation for Habitat, its volunteers, and the families who ultimately become Habitat homeowners.
Nice. You care to elaborate anything about Habitat for Humanity?
Yeah, Habitat for Humanity usually help a family that has like a bad condition, or the condition of the house is not really good.
Oh.
So when we go to their house to see their need, and when we see that this family has a need, then we decide to select them. That way they can buy the house. Family usually feel very happy when that happens. You feel good when you see their faces.
Yes.
And that's what we do. We try to pull those families that are in difficult situation to provide a better life.
Standard of living. That's awesome. That's awesome.
We like to say we give a hand up, not a hand out.
That's awesome.
And after this family selection process, which Roxana is very much involved in, the families who are selected come and help actually build their homes. They work with us, and they have to put in as much as maybe 400 hours, what we call sweat equity hours, of helping on their home or even other families' homes to become involved in the process.
Yes.
So
That's
they are
amazing.
active participants from beginning to end.
Wow.
Yeah, let me clarify something. you mentioned about the hours, 400 hours, but for Merrimack Valley Habitat for Humanity, they have to do 240 to 360 hours.
Okay. So there's
working in the
different
house.
amount of hours in like different areas, or
Yes.
is there? Okay, so that makes sense. So, is there a Habitat of Humanity in every state in Massachusetts? And if there is, where are they located?
There is a Habitat for Humanity chapter in every state of the union. Some states have more than others. Some are in rural counties in certain states. Others are in major metropolitan areas like New York City.
Okay.
In Massachusetts, we have 17 different affiliates. Ours is the Merrimack Valley. Pretty much we extend from Lawrence up to Salisbury. And we have 3 communities that are in southern New Hampshire as well. But 22 communities in all are within our affiliates' footprint.
Wow. Okay. How can you become a homeowner with Habitat for Humanity?
We usually have an information meeting and family comes. The information meeting usually takes 45 minutes.
Okay.
After the information meeting, they take their application. We have to check their income and their credit.
Okay.
Then to qualify, they have to meet 3 criteria: housing need, ability to pay, and willing to partner. Means that I will check their income to see how much they're earning in a year.
Okay.
We have a limit depending on the size of the family.
Okay.
And then I will check their credit to see if they are paying everything, see if they are consistent paying their bills and everything. Then I will see if they're willing to be partner working with us.
Right.
Like they have to work their hours.
That makes
they have to
sense.
do, depending if the single parents will do 240, but if they are married or 2 person buying the house, there will be 360 hours that they have to complete.
Oh, I get it. I
Yes,
get it. That
we
makes
do
sense.
a home interview to see the need. And we ask the family question about their life. We're looking for a story, something that happened to them, and why they are looking for a Habitat house.
Okay.
So, and in that interview, we go through the house to check what's the need, what's the problem they have.
So you come to them, you come to their home?
Yes,
or? Oh,
yes,
that's
we go to their home to interview them to see the need. That's the only way we can see the need.
Okay.
So we're looking for if they need any space, if they have any problem with the heating system, or any structure of the house, any problems that they have, we will make a report, and then we will bring it. I have a committee of 14 members,
Okay.
and they all go to the houses, make a report, and then we compare them, and we select the families that have more need.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So when they're, sorry.
That's okay.
When we select the family, then we let them know that they had to come and participate in the construction. They had to do a first-time homeowner classes.
Nice.
And they have to pay $3,000 in the closing costs.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
And that's
So you guys have worked for, how long have you worked for Habitat for
About
Humanity?
3.5 years.
And yourself?
5 years.
And exactly what does that feel like? I mean, like, I know that in my profession, what I do makes me smile constantly. I'm always happy to see my customers happy. What kind of, tell me a little bit about how it feels to be able to do this work.
For me, it's satisfying when you go to their houses to interview them, and then you see the needs. Sometimes it made me feel sad, and sometimes I feel like I want to cry because I would like to help everyone. But it is impossible, and we have to select just, right now we're building 4. We have to select 4 over 30 families.
Yes.
And at the beginning, I feel like, oh my God, I would like to help everyone, but I
Everybody.
can't.
Yeah,
I know we have to select only 4, but after we select them and we see their faces, like when I call last time I called the family and I told them, oh, you've been selected by the house, he was crying. And he was screaming like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And I was like crying with him, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you. At the same time, like at the beginning, you feel sad because you can help everyone, but after you select the family and you call them, you feel good
That's
that you helped
awesome.
somebody.
And you?
Well, it's very rewarding. And a number of these families are families that have been through very difficult times, not just in this country, but abroad.
Right.
We have refugee families who have come from the Congo, from Southeast Asia during those war-torn years, who have overcome amazing odds, who've come to America and worked hard and held jobs, and but have also had difficulties in terms of perhaps reaching the levels they had had when they were in their previous country in terms of their employment stature.
Right.
But they continue to persevere and work here and save their money and become Habitat homeowners and send their kids to college. This is a transformational experience for families. It's not, a short-term fix. It's one that goes on from generation to generation. And the interesting thing is, with 18 of our homeowners, we're about to build our 100th home.
Wow.
18 of those homeowners have completely paid off their mortgages and own their homes free and clear.
Wow. And that does what for you?
It makes me jealous because I'm not, I wish I had my home paid off.
I could imagine.
Yeah, no, it's so wonderful.
Oh,
There was a group that came in the fall, and I think their appointment was at 8:30, and I get into work early. They were there at 8 o'clock. They were so excited to come and get their papers back and close out that mortgage.
Wow.
And and that's how I learned a little bit about their circumstances, and it's truly remarkable. So when you finally were able to say you own your home free and clear, it is absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, and we see a lot of the families coming up to the office. We've met them and interact with them, and families also have what we call family partners who stick with them, especially through the first year of their home ownership, to help them with any sort of adjustments and problems, because many of them are first-time homeowners. They don't necessarily understand all the ins and outs of home ownership, so it's nice to have someone there to have your back if you need it.
Yes, it is, I'm sure. What is the Building Dreams Gala, and how often does this happen, and why?
Well, like other galas with other nonprofits, they seem to have a lot in the Merrimack Valley. Our Building Dreams Gala is about bringing our donors, our volunteers together on a fun night to raise money.
Yes.
And we almost always include family or more than one family to come and actually speak with some of the people, because this is an opportunity for our donors who may not be volunteers, who don't really know Habitat, to get a first-hand experience with the families and hear their stories, and that makes a huge difference. Our next one is May 18th, 2019 at the Stevens Estate.
Okay.
And it's our largest single fundraising event. We do not have a lot of events, so this one is very important. And it helps us raise the money to build dreams for families. That's
Building Dreams.
So the name.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I hope we get an invitation. We would like to help donate and raise. And so how can we contact Habitat for Humanity? Can you let the audience know how we can contact?
You can call the office at 978-681-8858. The person who will be answering the phone is me, Roxana, and I will send it to different employees, like Bob, if you need him. But for family information meeting, you can call me. My name is Roxana, like I say before.
And we also have our website, www.merrimackvalleyhabitat.org, and once you get there, you can learn about volunteering, about donating, about our different programs. You'll find out who our employees are, our board members, some of the things we do. You mentioned Women's Build a little bit earlier. Over the course of the year, we have a couple of occasions where we focus on what we call our Women Build, where women come out to help us build a home. Right now we have 2 homes in Lawrence that we're working on, and our most recent Women Build, which was back in May, was probably both of those sites, one on Mason Street, one on Franklin Street. But I should also point out we are in the midst of taking 2 new major steps forward in new communities where we have not been before. One is Andover,
Nice.
where we have partnered with the Andover Community Trust, and we are building 6 homes in total.
Wow.
Habitat is building 4, the trust is building 2, and in Salisbury, we're going to break ground next month on what will be 7 homes.
Wow.
7 affordable homes for Salisbury. So we have Lawrence, where we've built most of our homes. We have Andover in the far west of the affiliate's footprint. We have Salisbury in the far east. So it's going to be a busy time for Habitat, but a great time for families have already expressed enthusiasm because we've already had the meetings for Andover and a great group of people who want to become homeowners. I should also point out that we like to serve our veterans as well, and we just recently completed a veterans build here in Lawrence for 2 veterans families, and hope to do the same in, not for 2 necessarily, but for a veteran family in Andover and in Salisbury.
Wow.
So if you go to the website, you can learn about all of these things, the Gala, our programs. I should also point out, and we also do international builds.
Okay.
Now, this past March, a group of staff, board members, and other volunteers went to the Dominican Republic for a week and worked with a local chapter down there to help families with their needs in that country where there's an acute need for home repair and affordable home ownership. And we're thinking of doing it again in a year or 2 in another location. Because this is part of, Habitat for Humanity International. It's an international organization. They are in 70 countries, and
That's
they
just
provide a lot
amazing.
of resources for families in need. They even have the recent crisis in Lawrence with the gas explosions. All our families pretty much live north of the river, so we didn't have an issue. But there are countries where there's been real devastation. Locations like Puerto Rico last year. Habitat International does have a response program where they go into communities. It's limited, but they go into communities and help them in situations like that with disaster relief as well.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
That is so great to know. Would you one more time just let our audience know about the website and the phone number?
Yes.
You tell them the phone number.
Yes, the phone number is 978-681-8858.
And the website, Bob?
The website, www.merrimackvalleyhabitat.org.
Thank you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here today. Every year, Habitat for Humanity joins World Habitat Day and its partners around the world. Please join Habitat for Humanity for their World Habitat Day and year-round by uplifting your voice and lending your hands to help people in need build decent and affordable housing. Let me see. I am your host, Zanika Wilson, of Your Community's Voice and It's Time You Knew. Thank you, Bob, for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Roxana, for being here. And thank you, Lawrence Access Community Television, for having us. And to the viewers, happy Global Diversity Awareness Month.